Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Vidal at mystampin'spot.com coming to you with a Sunday night special. We have no rewards coming. I'm just going to try to make sure I can see this feed so I can answer questions. I'll be able to see questions easier on my computer over here and answer them as we go. So, there we go. Okay. There we go. How are you? Sunday night. I'm going to give everybody a minute to tune on, grab yourself something to drink. We have a few minutes to go here. If you guessed coffee, you were right. I am a coffeeholic. Although I did bring a bottle of water too. I should have brought over some cards. I got some nice cards recently. I should have brought them to share while we were sitting here chatting. Okay, let's see. If you're here, say hello, just so I know that you're here. And just checking to see. How's everybody doing tonight? Sunday night, weird night. I was on a ball field all day. Thus the Rosanna Deanna here. You guys remember that from Saturday Night Live? So here we are. Okay. All right. I'm going to just wait a couple more seconds to see who else tunes in. Oh, hey. We do have a few people. Pat, how are you? Sheila. Okay. Awesome. Lena's here. All right. We are rolling. Okay. So I found out something interesting. I do have a webcam on my laptop. I was going to try to do this from my laptop, but hey Kay, how are you? But I couldn't figure out how to stream it from my laptop. I'm so technologically illiterate. Okay, well, it seems like we have a few of you guys on. We can always do the replay. So I titled this Changes from David Bowie. I know change is hard. I know if you are a demonstrator, you have struggled. If you're a customer, hey, Jonna, how are you? Carla, everybody's coming on. If you're a customer, I know this has been very confusing, and I'm hoping that we can clear it all up tonight. The new program will start Tuesday. The 15th. Is that Tuesday? The 15th. But I do have to say that the ordering system is going to be down for a few hours. So if you're last minute Lucy, if you are a demonstrator, check the update this morning. You only have tonight to close out workshops or any existing orders if you're a demonstrator. Hey Betty, how are you? Because they will be doing a system update tomorrow, and they will be closing down any open workshops, any open orders. If you are a customer and you have something sitting in your cart, I know some of us put things in the cart and we add to it and add to it and add to it, and then we just kind of place one big order. If you have items sitting in your cart, you're going to either want to jot down what they are if you don't want to process that order yet, or you're going to want to check out because it's all going away. When they do the changeover, everything will get closed out tomorrow. So anybody's open carts will get closed out. If you're a demonstrator, your open workshops will get closed out tomorrow morning. So do yourself a favor tonight. Take care of those things tonight. And then Tuesday, there will be a changeover. And I think I read like 6 hours. The system's going to be down. So Tuesday morning, no one can order for like 6 hours. It's a long time to not be able to be on the site. But then when it's back up, now that's mountain time, so that'll be early. My guess is they'll start it overnight. So it's probably, while you're sleeping, but still. So the most important thing before we go any further is just whether you're a customer or a demo, if you have items in your cart, take care of them. Either jot down what they are or close out those orders. And if you're a demo and you're looking for your half price item, make sure you close that out tonight because that will get closed out on you. Hey Brenda, how are you? Okay, let's start this shindig, eh? Stampin' Up is making changes. I will do a little bit of reading because sometimes I blah, 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 and I make mistakes. So it's going to begin April 15th. And like I said, the system will be down for 6 hours. So you won't be able to access it for 6 hours. Keep that in mind if you're a demo and you need to overnight things or express them. You better do them either today, tomorrow, or you're going to have to wait till later Tuesday. Hey, Donna, how are you? All right, the new program. It takes effect Tuesday. And I keep telling my local girls, think Kohl's Cash. Kohl's Cash. Did you ever shop Kohl's online? Hey, Fran. I'm not a huge Kohl's shopper, but I know a lot of people are. And Tuesday's tax day. Yay. Have you all done your taxes? That's what I'm going to do after. Not mine, but my son's. So the good news with the new program is, under the old system, we had to wait till we had $150 worth of products that we wanted. If there was just one stamp set or one bundle that you wanted, you couldn't get rewarded for purchasing that. Now, as long as you spend a minimum of $20, you will get rewarded for that. Hey, Marsha, how are you? I just started. We're just getting going here. I was a couple minutes early, I think, because I was worried about the feed. Anyway, so all you have to do is spend $20 and you will get rewarded. Now, you will get 10% of everything you spend over $20. So let's say you order a bundle today for $59. In your little bank will be $5.90. The next time you log in, there'll be a credit there for $5.90 that you can deduct from your next order, or you can save them up. And there will be like a little balance thing there. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Brenda Sarkina, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Peg. You will have on your dashboard when you log in kind of like a little display telling you how many credits you have, how many rewards. I'm using the word credits, but they use the word rewards. So if you bought a $59 bundle and you had, hey, Connie, you had $5.90 on your little dashboard, the next time you logged in, it will say, rewards $5.90. And you'll have the option to use them right then and there, or you can save them. Your rewards will be good for a year. So if you're a frequent shopper, you can really save up your rewards. And when everybody's short in November and December around the holidays, but you want to get merchandise to purchase stuff to make your Christmas cards. Some of you guys probably start in July. I know you guys, I start late, but I'm sure you guys start early. You can get items for free at that point if you saved your kitty. But to me, the best thing is you don't have to spend $150 to get rewarded. And I actually think that is, hey, Kim, hey, Linda, I actually think that is a huge perk. I know change is hard, and I know, especially us demos, there has been a lot of complaining about this new program. The biggest thing is the half-off item. But when you think about it, you have to spend $450 to get a half-off item. If you spent $100 today, next time you log in, there'll be a $10 credit there. There's plenty of stamp sets that are $20. So now you place a $20 order, you could get half off that stamp set. So, I know it's different. Change is hard. But let's go with this. Let's embrace this. I really think this will be a good thing. If you're tuning in late, I'm just going to reiterate. If you are a demonstrator and you have carts that are full, workshops that are open, you need to go and close those out tonight, because starting tomorrow, they're going to start to purge all those open orders and open workshops, okay? If you're a customer, and I know a lot of you guys, in fact, I tend to do it too, like with supplies and stuff, as I use card stock and I start to get low on my card stock, I'll go in and place it in my basket, and then I'll wait till I have a big order, or until I really need something, or until payday, whatever it is, and then I'll process the order. If you have items sitting in your cart, you today either go in and purchase them, or write down everything you have so that once the system has changed over, you'll know what was in that cart and you can go re-enter it. Okay, so that's probably the biggest thing, like the immediate thing that you need to do. All right, so let's see. Host codes will no longer be necessary no matter who you shop with, whether you're shopping with myself or another demonstrator. I'm going to caution you all. The biggest problem with not having a host code, and this actually happened last week, someone was looking for, actually the week before last, someone was looking for a class and that I was featuring that week, and they placed an order, but they forgot to make sure that I was their demonstrator, and they didn't use a host code, and they reached out and I said, oh geez, I don't have an order from you. I know that this has been a frequent problem. Just make sure that you see the name and or the face of the demonstrator that you want to be shopping with. Now, I hope it's me, but I know not everybody shops with me. So just make sure when you're at checkout. The Stampin'Up website does this funny thing. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Kim, oh, Kim, I think I said hi to you. The Stampin'Up website does this funny thing. This website they've been building for like 2 years now, literally. And one of the changes about, I don't know, I lose track of time easy, but maybe like 8 months ago, one of the changes that happened is the system automatically defaults to the account of the last person you happen to be on. So how does that happen? Say you always shop with me and you're used to going in and ordering from me. You would default to me. However, if you're in Pinterest or on YouTube and you follow someone's link and you wind up on their Stampin'Up.com website, like where you would shop in their store, next time you log in, or next time you go to Stampin'Up.com, it's going to default to that person. It's kind of a little flaw in the system, and so this is where this communication is really important. So if Susie Stamper is your regular demonstrator, and that's who you like to stamp with, that's who you like to order with, you need to make sure that not just, and this is what I have found, is people will go in and they will, look and see, Susie Stamper there. But then something happens and they hit the back button. If you hit the back button, it kind of erases that, okay? So say you want to shop with me, Kathy Bedell, and you log in and there's some other person there. So under the Find a Demonstrator, you type in Kathy Bedell, you see my name and my face, and you click on it. Okay, now you're shopping with Kathy Bedell. And you put an item in your cart. And let's say you go, oh, did I want something else? I forgot something. And instead of hitting the little back tab on the website, if you go up to your browser and hit the back button, do you know the difference? Do you understand what I'm talking about? So when you're shopping or when you're on the site, there's the little word back with a little back arrow. If you click that, it'll stay in the website. But if you go outside that window up to the top of your computer and in your browser you hit the back button, you now will default to whosever face you first stumbled upon, okay? Obviously, I always hope you shop with me. But I understand. We all have our own friends, our own families, our own relatives, whatever it is. Maybe you're looking for a special from someone else. I get that. Just make sure, no matter whether you think that you're on the right page or not, do yourself a favor. At checkout, make sure you look to see who you're shopping with. The reason why this becomes a problem is if you are shopping with a demonstrator, and I do this all the time, I offer free things if you shop with me, as do a lot of, hey Karen Halteman, how are you? I offer a lot of free things when you shop with me, over the months or whatever, and a lot of other demonstrators do too. So I know some of you guys will shop from several demonstrators, and that is great. That is fine. We all have things to offer. If you think that you're ordering with someone so that you can get the free class, let's just say, and you don't look when you're at checkout for the person up the top of the page is the person you think you're shopping with, then you reach out to that demonstrator. that demonstrator can't call demonstrator support. You then have to do it, okay? So, demonstrator support won't take your money and say put it in Susie Stampa's account if you accidentally ordered with me, or vice versa. Okay, you'd have to pick up the phone and say, hey, I accidentally shopped with Kathy Bedell and I meant to shop with Susie Stampa, or vice versa. I meant to shop with Kathy Bedell, but I was shopping with Susie Stampa. They can change it. It is kind of a bummer. As someone who has accidentally had, money pulled out of their account, it's tough to get paid and then log in and find out, oh, they've taken a chunk of your income out. So it's kind of a bummer. So the best way to make everybody happy is to just make sure you see your demo in the top corner, whoever it is. Excuse me, I'm reaching for a tissue here. A little runny nose from being outside in the cold all day. All right, so, but the good thing is, the host code's going away. That's a good thing, because I know that's a pain in the neck for everybody. It's even a pain in the neck for us demos. So that's a good thing. Okay. Have you ordered from Stampin' Up before? If you already have an established Stampin' Up account, you don't need to do anything. Don't create a new account. Don't do anything. Just stick with that account. Hey, Barbara Davis, how are you? When you log into your account on April 15th, which is tax day, as Pat said, or later, it will prompt you to accept the new rewards. You don't really have a choice. I'm not really sure why they're prompting you to accept them, because it is the way it is. But you have to kind of accept into the system, okay? So if you've never had an account, if you've never had a Stampin' Up account, I'm going to encourage you to create one. Choose whatever demonstrator you want. And hey, Judy, the reason why I'm encouraging you to create one is because you can't collect the rewards unless you have an account. Okay, so well, can I take that back? Technically, you can, because as demos, if we place an order under our name, we can gift you rewards. Now, they're only good for 6 months as opposed to 12 months. And let's face it, things fall through the cracks. I am the queen of that this past year with my brother's illness, okay? So when you're shopping with someone, and if you send me an order and you say, hey, Kathy, can you order me this $50 worth of stuff? I will happily place that order for you. I can do one of two things. I can say, what is the email that your Stampin' Up account is under? Then I can go into your email and I can place the order. I can no longer put your payment information in there if you're used to me doing that for you. I can, because I do so many events, I can take your payment on an outside source. I use Square. It's very widely used. A lot of small restaurants and stuff use it. You probably don't even know it. Or, you can send me cash and check, whatever. If you really don't want an account, I can try to keep tabs on how much, how many points, how many rewards you've earned. And I can try to deduct that from your next order. I can just say, with the way life is, I will do my best to make sure that I never gyp you of your points. That said, it is a risk if you don't have an account. And that's not going to be just with me. I know some demos have said that they will not work with people. They will place orders for people that don't have accounts, but they will not keep tabs on the rewards. I will keep tabs on the rewards. You may have to remind me, hey, Kathy, I think I have $2.10 in rewards. Can I redeem that? And I'll go in and confirm it, okay? So no matter who you're shopping with, you want to make sure that you, I'm just looking here at comments. You want to be sure that you go in or that you remember to talk to that demo about the rewards so that you don't miss out. Because let's face it, life is expensive and money is money, right? Okay, here's a big drawback to this new system, and this is another reason why I encourage you to create an account. although I can log in under your email and I can place an order for you, and you can either send me the payment or we can have a phone call or whatever, and I can process your credit card outside of Stampin' Up, or I can send you a payment link. It'll send a secure link to you, and in your email will be a link, and you'll click on it and you'll pay for it, and then the order is sent. That is a possibility. Why is Stampin' Up making this hard? Stampin' Up is just trying to stay current with protecting your personal privacy. That's what it comes down to. There are very strict federal laws now, very punitive punishments for not protecting people's credit cards. Okay, so that's why this is happening. Europe has actually been using this system for several years, and demos in Europe have said this isn't really a problem. So if you're ordering something off the last chance list and you say to me, hey, can you order me these items, because you don't want to go in and punch them in, I can go in and punch them in. I will send you a private link, and I'll shoot you back an email and say, hey, look for your link, it's been sent to you. If something sells out in that time frame, it is what it is. Again, I'm going to stress, I always accept cash, I always accept checks. We can have a phone call, I can process by Square, but that's personal preference on your behalf. Hey Judy, how you doing? But here's the biggest thing. I will no longer have access to your purchases. So I know that there have been times where you guys have reached out and said, hey Kathy, I'm not sure if I've ordered this. Or, hey Kathy, I accidentally ordered 2 of this stamp set. And I always say, no problem, give it back to me, I'll credit you, and then I take care of the return for you. I can't do that anymore, because in order to do a return with Stampin' Up, you now have to have the invoice number. Not now, you've always had to have the invoice number. Difference is, I used to be able to look it up to be able to return the item. Now that's going to be incumbent upon you, because I no longer have that information. That said, I am happy. I have a postage system in my house. I am happy to mail it back for you, but you need to find me the invoice number. I'm sorry to say. I know that kind of makes it all a little more harder on your terms, and I get that. And again, I just say this really comes down to Stampin' Up trying to be in line with privacy protection acts for the consumer, which would be you. And so I understand why they're doing it. And change is hard, but change is good. It's for everybody's safety, especially in this world of fraud. Okay, so just keep thinking of it that way. They're just protecting you. All right, if you have any questions, you can type them in and or do I have a question here? Oh, no. You can type them in and or you can email them to me later, whatever. If I get a lot of questions, I will actually type up a Q&A, and I'll post it on my website. I'll post it on social media. I'll post it on my YouTube, all the rest of it. So, all right, so let's talk about how this is going to change my classes and my clubs, because obviously everything's very different now, right? Classes. Typically, I design a class around one stamp set, and it's usually priced, $25 to $28. Shipping is additional, or you can pick up for free. Classes typically create 4 to 6 cards. Every now and then I throw a bonus out there and I'll say, hey, it's double card kits this month. Why don't we get packing slips anymore? Sheila, I heard that, and I can go into my group and see if I can figure it out. But if my memory recalls, and it's been a busy 6 months, so I could be wrong. A few things. One was, if you go into your account, the information is there. You should be able to go right into your my Stampin' Spot, Stampin'Up.com, and you should be able to pull your order and see it. You can print it from there. I think it was kind of a double-edged sword. I think part of it is um, basically conserving, keeping costs down. Not gonna lie, if you've ever printed anything at home, you know how expensive it is. Heck, you take it to a printer, Staples or Kinko's or one of those. Printing's crazy expensive right now. The cost of ink is so expensive. Um, and also environmental, just not all that extra paper waste. Um, it really just comes down to conserving dollars, conserving waste, as I recall. I will, I'm going to jot that down, and if I look up and I find a different answer, I will post that under the Q&A, okay? Just writing that down. No packing slips. I don't leave anything to memory. My memory's not that good. Okay, so classes typically are four to six cards. They revolve around one stamp set or one bundle, and they usually price $25 to $28. Every now and again, I do a $22 class if if the products don't cost me a lot. One of my most popular ones more recently was our weekly featured class, Thankful Garden. The fish class I just did, Ocean Friends, where it all works around one stamp set. Classes include roughly $22 to $25 in new products. Okay, here's the sticky part. Now, I have wrestled with this. We've known this is coming for 6 months. I have priced and priced and priced these things out. If you could see the math I have done over the last 6 months, you would be shocked. I should have saved all my scratch pads. Take a photo of them to show you guys. If you price out my cards and my classes, I typically put in, if the class is $25 to $28, I typically put in $22 to $25 worth of product, okay? Half pack of paper, spool of ribbon, etc., embellishments. Really look at the card kits and at the classes themselves. I gotta put my glasses up for this one. I'm sorry. I order online and get a separate email with a packing slip. Thank you, daughter. You're not my daughter, but thank you, Donna. So the packing slip comes in your email, so you can print it. Oops, sorry. So you can print the packing slip right off the email. Thank you, Donna. That's a valuable piece of information right there. Thank you. So if you look at the classes you get from me, the cost per card is less than $1. Envelopes alone, because I always print directions and put them in there. And why do I do that? Because I've had so much feedback on how valuable that is. Because people get busy, card kits stack up. Maybe you buy from more than just me, and you get all these packages, and now you're not sure where it came from. You open it up, and oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm supposed to make this. Oh, go to this link. All kinds of things, right? I put in printed directions just like this. And the reason why I do that is so that if your package gets opened, things get separated, or if your package stays sealed, things happen in life. I get that. Life gets busy. You always know how to finish that card. Always. So when you include the cost of the printing the directions and the cost of envelopes at 30 cents a piece. Now, if there's 4 cards, that's $1.20 alone in envelope expense. Just think about that. And now I've given you, say it's a $25 class, and I've put $22 worth of paper and gems in there. And now we have $1.20 in just the envelopes for the 4 cards alone. We're now up to $23.20 for a $25 class. It's really still the best deal in town. So you're getting products, and you're not going to get the rewards on the products in the classes. That is how I'm deferring the cost. I have Joelle that works with me. I pay her. That's how I defer the cost. You know how expensive cardstock is, especially that thick white these days. We all know, everybody's been talking about it. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Carla. That is why oh, thank you, Carla. That's so sweet. Hey, Susan, how are you? So, I have a philosophy. When I started this years and years and years ago, and I have a story I'm not going to tell publicly because it kind of would, um, I tell my local girls, but my philosophy comes from a class that I attended that really kind of opened my eyes to things. And these directions, super products, pretty kind. Oh, thank you, Karen. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You guys are awesome. I'm so grateful for you guys. Anyway, my philosophy is I'm not looking to make a lot of money off of anybody. Well, first of all, as a Stampin' Up demo, nobody's making a lot of money. Let's be clear about that. But if I could just make a few cents off of a lot of kits, if I can produce a lot of kits and make a little bit, then that's enough to sustain Joelle and I. I'm not looking to make a lot of money here. So I try to keep the cost as low as possible for you guys, and the rewards from those products will go into the card kits themselves. If you've ever ordered from me, you know, hey, Debbie, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Karen. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Guys, I didn't mean to turn this into a... Oh, Debbie, that's so nice. So Debbie saying she keeps all the directions. I have had people tell me that they put them in folders so that they have them for future use. Hey, Mary, how are you? Okay, so bottom line is the rewards from the product that go in the kit, if it's $22 in the kit, it would be $2.20 in rewards. I will take that $2.20 in rewards and put it into the products for the actual card kits themselves. The DSP, all the die cuts, the gems, all the rest of it. The envelopes, I mean, the $2.20 from that rewards, that's, you know, it's $1.20 just for the envelopes. So that gives me another $1 to play with for all the other stuff. So just keep that in mind. I try to give you the best value I can. Also, in addition, shipping is 11%. Your rewards are 10%. If you order an add-on stamp set, I will ship that to you at no additional shipping expense because I'm going to put it into that class anyway. You're going to come out ahead on that alone, okay? That'll waive the shipping fee if you had ordered it on your own separately. Just kind of looking here, guys, just to see. Oh, you guys. You have a Kathy Vidal binder too. That's so sweet, you guys. Thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. I got the nicest note from someone yesterday. I'll show the card this week, but I got the nicest note from someone yesterday. And my husband was sitting at the kitchen table having a cup of coffee, and I kind of threw it on the table, and I was all teary-eyed, and I said, this is why I do what I do. Because you guys are great. And, you know, someone kind of poured their heart out to me a little bit, and it just touched me, and I said, this is why I do what I do. Because I love it. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right. I'm going to have a sip of coffee so I don't get all teary-eyed. Okay. Spotlight of the Week classes. They're the same kind of thing as my regular classes, and therefore it works the same way. I try to go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Life does get in the way. And that said, I took last week off. I was working all week, but I really had to play catch up. And quite honestly, guys, that zipper class, thank you. You guys love that class. And I actually really loved those cards. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I really love this. But, oh my gosh, the amount of die cutting, those zippers, that was crazy, crazy, crazy. So we'll be back again this week with the Spotlight of the Week. If it's a big go week, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Otherwise, you get 4 cards, unless I happen to double it. I did it a few weeks ago where you got double the amount of cards. But I just looking up comments here. But they'll be just like Oh, Spotlight of the Week. You have 2 ways to go about it. If you love the products that are included, I think the last one I did, I put in cut card bases. I tried to think of stuff, maybe some adhesive. I tried to think of stuff that was very usable, and maybe you don't like to cut card bases. Maybe that's a pain in the neck and you like to just have them on hand. So you can place an order that qualifies for the class, and I will send you the card kits for free. Or I create a class online, like a link, an event. I call it an event, where you can get specific products related to the class and ship them to you. What's the real difference? The real difference is the class is typically, unless it's over the top class, it's typically $28 or under, maybe $25 to $28. And it usually will have $22 to $25 worth of product, and you'll get the card kits and the directions, all that. If you place an order for product, it's a minimum of a $40 order. Kathy, why would you give me product and card kits for $28, but make me order $40 worth of product to get the same card kits? Let me tell you why. When you place a $40 order, I don't get the $40. When you place the class at $28, when you register for the class for $28, I will get the $2.20 to $2.50 in credits to put towards the card kits and towards the cost to mail those card kits to you. When I mail the typical 4 card kits to you, it costs me roughly $5. It's like $4.80 if you're local, like really local. It could be as much as $5, and I think about $5.40 is the most expensive. And ironically, it's not always to California that makes it $5.40. Sometimes it can be like the Georgia, Tennessee area. It must be there's no direct shipping lanes or whatever. But anyway, so I have figured out when you order the class for so let's say $28, I use the reward money from the products that you've purchased, the $2.20, let's call it, to help pay for the products that go to make the actual card kits themselves. And then if you're not a porch pickup, you pay for your own shipping for all the products to go to you, except for if you order the Stamp Center bundle. I pick that up. If you place an order of $40, I need to be able to make enough money from that $40 order to cover the cost of the envelopes, directions, and products in the card kits, plus the roughly $5 to ship it to you. So that's why there's such a discrepancy. One is $28 plus you get all the product. The other is $40, and then I mail the kits to you. But when you think about it, it's $9.95. It's $9.50 to ship. So you're almost at the same price. $40. Of course, with Stampin' Up, you have a minimum $6.95 shipping charge. So really, you're paying like $47. I'm getting way ahead here on the math, but let me just tell you, they're not arbitrary numbers. They're hard numbers that I have run to keep it as cost effective for you. If you love the products in the kit, I will tell you that is always the best deal for you. It is the way to get the card class with the smallest money spent. But if I've put products in the class that you have no interest in and you don't think you'll ever use, well then of course ordering adhesive or whatever it is that you need, plain white cardstock, I don't know, then obviously that makes the most sense for you. But again, I can't stress enough that I really have worked the numbers. I really do. Will you earn rewards on Paper Pumpkin? I am going to ask that. Postage and mailing costs are going up again. Pat, come on. Are you talking U.S. Postal Service? I have to say, I don't know. Let me write down this question about Paper Pumpkin. It is my understanding, Pat, and every purchase over $20. Does that mean Paper Pumpkin? I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember what Paper Pumpkin costs right now. I'm going to look that up for you later, and I will post that. I do know that Paper Pumpkin, it costs like $7.50 for them to mail the Paper Pumpkin. It's in that box. It's more expensive in that rigid box versus if it were in a flat mailer. So it all depends. If the price of the Paper Pumpkin is $19.95 plus the shipping, and that's how they get to it, then the answer is no. But if you want to get around that, buy a subscription where you buy a bigger amount, so it's over the $20. Then you just go in and you enter the code in, and it will ship to you free. So I will look up that for you so that we know, and I will post that. Postage mailing costs are going to go up again. So yeah, Pat. 78 cents for a letter. Holy smokers. 75 to 78. Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so Sheila, it's up to $27. I am gonna guess, unless Stampin'Up gets some kind of crazy bulk rate. I know I've mailed those Paper Pumpkin boxes with other things in them, and it has cost me $7.50, and I get a discount because I use Pirate Ship to ship. I don't know what kind of discount they get. So I am going to guess that no, you will not get rewards on Paper Pumpkin. That said, prepay for subscription and you will get the rewards that way. And then you can just enter it in and you won't pay for Paper Pumpkin, for however many months you buy, 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Just scrolling through comments here before we updates. Demos were going to get the rewards. It was mentioned in the update that demos were going to get the rewards for Paper Pumpkin Kit. Holy smokes, Pat. $11. Wow. Pat, can I make suggestions? See if you can, wow, look at that. So, Corinne, when you said it was demos were going to get the rewards on the Paper Pumpkin Kit, you mean if demos order the individual month-to-month Paper Pumpkin Kits, the rewards? Because if demos will get them, then customer stampers will get them as well. I don't remember seeing that comment, but I will go in and research that. Unless, Corinne, you have a better update for me on that right now. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oops, I'm losing my comments here. Okay, so yeah, Pat, as soon as you put it in the hard box, the postage company, the U.S. Postal Service puts the price through the roof. If you can find a way, like most of my packages, you'll notice might come, if it doesn't have a half pack of DSP in it with a cardboard or a chipboard backing, we will put a piece of cardboard in because it always mails cheaper in a flexible package. You might want to look at that, Pat, because you probably could cut that cost down to $6 or $8 depending on the weight. The weight's the biggest thing, but the fact if it's a little flexible versus a rigid box, that will change it. Okay, let's see. So we talked about the prices, and again, if you order the Spotlight of the Week, whatever the bundle I'm using, when you register for the class, that will ship free to you, but so you don't get your 10% rewards, but you save the 11% on the shipping. Or again, you could just place an order to get that. I just read, it just said Paper Pumpkin Kit would be included to get the rewards. I'm going to have to go ask, I'm going to have to go, I might log on to Stampin'Up tomorrow during hours and actually chat with them about it. It was my understanding it was prepaid subscriptions, but that's not written in stone. There's a lot of things we don't really know, but we're going to be finding out, aren't we? All right, Stamp Club by Mail is always, always, always the best deal in town. Oh, I should have brought those cards over because you get 8 card kits for the $30 price. And it comes with product, and I try to use one stamp set for 5 to 6 months. It depends on catalogs, so that you can maximize your value in that stamp set. But of course, Stamp Club by Mail, you don't ever need to purchase a stamp set. You can use any stamp you have with a greeting. Stamp Club by Mail is different than classes. Classes typically go around a specific suite. Stamp Club by Mail is kind of neutral, meaning all it needs is a greeting. It never needs an image. Sometimes my classes don't need images if it has a great DSP with it, but Stamp Club by Mail never needs an image. You'd get DSP to hand trim or shapes or, whatever. So that is always, always going to be the best value for you as far as classes are concerned. I'm just looking at comments here. Okay. All right. Let's see. I could do the whole Stamp Club by Mail thing. Oh, the one thing I want to say about Stamp Club by Mail. This is why it's the best value. So you get 8 cards instead of 4 cards, as most of my classes are. Sometimes 5, sometimes 6. But after you complete 6, and I don't make you do 6 in a row, after you complete 6 kits, Joelle is great with a spreadsheet, thank goodness, because I am not organized at all. But she's great, and she keeps track of every kit that goes out. She records every kit. And in your 6th kit, when you purchase your 6th kit, you get it in the mail, there's a gift certificate in there for $25, and that works like cash. So, say you order a $30 bundle, let's say a $50 bundle, you add your tax, you add your shipping, you deduct the $25, shoot me an email, hey, I have a gift certificate that says December Christmas Club, because Christmas Club is the same way as Stamp Club by Mail. If you do all 6 months, you get a $25 gift card. I have a December 24 gift card from Christmas Club for $25. Can you order me this? And I'll send you the check, or, call me for my credit card number for the difference. So that is, I've always done it, but this will kind of really offset the rewards because you'll get $25 at the end of it. So that Stamp Club by Mail will always be my biggest thing. This doesn't apply to 99% of you, but I put it in writing to avoid confusion. This was the hardest one for me to figure out. And I kind of started it in January because most of my clubs, my in-person clubs, were changing. And I needed to kind of get something going. As I'm moving on, I'm seeing that I'm having some trouble getting people to place orders timely. Now, again, this is only in-house Stamp Club, okay? So if you're to go, this doesn't include you. But in-house Stamp Club, they're always my favorite to make. Some of these girls have been with me for 9 years. That's a long time for people to come. 9 years. And they come to my stamping spot, my house. And I have to say, they're so supportive of each other. We've all been through a lot over the years. And it's there's 3 groups. And they've been great. And they are the lifeblood of my business. And I love you girls tremendously. The thing I love most about in-house Stamp Club is something that I have a hard time doing to go. I can create cards for them, 4 different cards using 4 different stamp sets for one event, and that's kind of nice. I like that. I like that they get to see a good cross section. So when there's brand new online products, online exclusives, or there's a new catalog that comes out, they get to see 4 of them. They get to touch it and feel it and play with it right away. And I love that. I really love that. So we make 4 cards with 4 different stamps, bundles, sweets. Right now, it's a $25 fee or free with a $30 purchase to attend. No host code, sadly. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed in that. I'm going to ask that you kindly place your orders within 24 hours of your club date. 2 reasons. 1, it keeps you from forgetting to place your order, and 2, it keeps me from having to send that email. Hey, hey, Church, you can get your order placed. You came Friday night. I don't do good with that. I hate that because I think of people as friends, and I don't consider myself a salesperson, and I hate nagging people. So I have a spreadsheet, and I check off everybody when they come. I feel like an old-fashioned school teacher, right? And then I have to follow up. And if I see your order in the account, great. I kind of, give it a double check. If you just want to pay the fee, you let me know that. I notate that. But if you want to place an order, I'm going to ask that you do it with a little more, it kind of drags out sometimes. And when we had host codes, it was very easy to tell. And it was, I still would have to send an email saying, hey guys, I need to close this out for so-and-so to be able to redeem their rewards. It's getting a little long in the tooth now. Sometimes we're like 3 weeks and life is busy. So I get, ideally, I'd love it if you could place it the night of, but if you can't, if you could do it within 24 hours, that would really help me, and it would help you too. Okay, let's see. If space allows, you're welcome to come to another club date. You guys already know that. If something's up on Friday night, you want to come to Monday, just shoot me an email. As long as we have enough seats, you're welcome to. After 6 consecutive attendances of club, so when you come 6 months in a row, you can get a freebie from my basket of goodies. This will include bundles of pre-made cards, extra product, completed 3D treat items, and more. And you'll get to pick one of my weekly spotlight classes. So I am cutting extra classes to keep a stash of them, and you can choose one from the bucket in addition to the extra goodies that I have around. Okay, let's see. Oh, the other thing too is just remember that if you place an order and you want a weekly spotlight kit, that has to be a separate order. It can't be a combined order. I know that seems trivial and small, but I need to be able to just go in and count and see. It needs to be an easy thing. I can't be doing the math constantly. So no double dipping. Club purchases can't be used towards the spotlight class of the week. And the only way to obtain a spotlight class is if you make a separate purchase for it. And then you can choose a spotlight class that's available on your 6th consecutive month of coming/ordering. All right, let's see. I think that is, I'm back to my first page here. I think that is it. So again, the biggest thing that I'm worried about is, again, I know a lot of you demonstrators order from me. I know a lot of you demonstrators watch. If you have an open workshop, you want to make sure you get that closed out tonight, okay? And if you're a stamper, and you keep things in your basket, you add to them all month long. Actually, as a demo, that's what I do. I'm out of butterflies, and I add that to my account. We all do that, right? To try to consolidate, so we only have to pay one shipping fee. You want to, if today's not payday, if this isn't the weekend of your pay or whatever, jot down those items so that you know what you put in your basket so that you go back and put them in again. And yes, bingo will still be on the first Tuesday night of every month, unless, God forbid, something comes up. But yes, bingo will still be on the first Tuesday of every night. And let me just go back and check these. Carla, Joelle is very good at the gift certificates. If you are able to tell me what they were for, because she always puts what it's for on it. She can look it up, and it'll say like Stamp Club by mail, or it'll say Christmas Club or whatever. So she knows when they're given, and then she checks off when they're redeemed. So as long as you can tell me that. I used to say send me a picture and all that, but as long as I know, when you got it, we're good. Just said paper pumpkin kit would be included. Let's see, I'm just going back to look. If you have any other questions, if you watch the replay of this, I'm going to send an email out tomorrow morning with all this information. If you have any questions, let me know, because you won't be the only one that has questions. We're all going to have questions. Heck, I have a lot of questions. We're going to see how this goes. But like everything else, you roll with the tide. Roll tide, baby. Roll tide. All right. Well, that was a lot of info. Thanks for listening. And I will look up about the paper pumpkin, see what I can find out. And Donna had that great suggestion about the packing slips being in your email. That was an awesome suggestion, Donna. And like I said, I am always willing to input orders. And I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet. But I can attempt to input the order, and then you can use your credit card in a secure link, or we can make your payment arrangement outside of the order. But that said, if you want to, change is good. It is good. Change is good. If you want to collect rewards, it's very important to sign up for an account. If you have an account, don't re-sign up. Just accept the new terms when you log in for the first time on the 15th or after. But that's really the biggest thing. And all I have to say is, may you earn many rewards, whether it's through me or through another demo. It's a scary world out there. I don't know. I know a lot of people have complained about price increases. I know a lot of people have complained about changes. And I have to tell you, just yesterday, so I am in a private coaching group. It's a woman I worked with years ago, and another small, we are called direct sellers. In other words, you don't have to go through a retail store to purchase the products. You just buy them directly, kind of. And it's the difference between a pyramid scheme and a legit company. You register as a direct seller company. And another one folded yesterday. It was not a craft company, but that is like the third or fourth this month alone I have heard from. And Stampin'Up is making all these changes to stay fluid. They want to be there for us as much as we want to be there for them. Have patience with them while they make their changes, please. And have patience with us demos as we stumble through this whole thing. And have patience with the price increases. Stuff costs a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, you guys were just talking about postage going up. You can't go to the grocery store. Oh my gosh, I bought a handful of things this afternoon and spent $85. And it's not even going to get me meals for the week. It's just for lunches for the week. So, life's expensive. We're in a weird time. So just hang in there. Stick with us. We'll do the best we can for you. I will get you the best value I can. And I am so grateful to all you guys. Thank you for being here. Yay. Let's see. Just making sure there was nothing else. You're welcome on the info. Karen Halterman, I've been meaning to call you for like 2 weeks. You've been multitasking. Did you say Stamp Club by Mail is increasing? No, Stamp Club by Mail, John, it will be the same through 2025. I don't know what will happen after that. We have to see what happens in the world after that. But as of now, Stamp Club by Mail, I'm committing to you that through December, Stamp Club by Mail will stay the same price. So that will not be going up. That's why that is the best deal in town. Okay? All right, you guys, have a great night. Go enjoy your families. I don't know. Are your husbands watching the Masters? My husband and my son are watching the Masters. So go be with your families. And I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. I have a slow connection bar over my finish button, so I can't even shut it down until I get better connection. There we go. Bye.